Hello and welcome to Bethan's Kitchen and Garden. Today I'm going to give you a greenhouse tour because things have really flown on since the last time I did one, and it's been maybe 2.5 to 3 weeks. So I wanted to record it to show how much things progress really quickly during the summer. So let's go on in and have a look before it gets too hot in the day. Just before I step through the door, this is my Camellia sinensis plant, or my tea plant, which isn't too bad. I really do need to do a bit more research on why these leaves keep browning, or whether that's what they're meant to do maybe, and when they turn brown, that's when you harvest them and make tea. I haven't done that yet. So I should really get around to doing that very soon, shouldn't I? But let's move on to the other things. Next to my tea plant is one of my yellow delights, I think it is, tomatoes. Just beginning to form fruits on here now. I've got butterfly in here as well. That's flown away now. At the back is my cucumber plant, which I've had about 5 cucumbers off now, and it's going well, as is the melon plant next to it. I haven't located any melons yet, but it's only a matter of time. I don't know if I've shown you these before, but in terms of watering, I always put a pot in each pot essentially, and I water into the pot so the water goes further down into the roots rather than sits on top. It's thought to prevent stem rot, particularly with your cucumbers and melons, and it seems to be working so far anyway. Coming round here are my red rudbeckia, which I grew from seed, and they are doing very well. I need to plant them out really, and that will give me a bit more room in here. I just haven't decided where to plant them. If I come along here, my pepper plants have got quite a few peppers coming on them now. I was just waiting for them to turn red really, but I can have some green. They're just slightly underripe at the point of being green. I am very pleased with the amount of peppers that are on these plants. It's looking like a far better harvest this year than last year, and I didn't think I had a bad harvest last year, but if all these turn ripe, it should be pretty good. My Rosilla tomatoes, I've cut the tops off all the tomatoes in here now and side shooted them. I'm trying to keep on top of side shooting. There's lots of fruit on these Rosilla, and down here the ones are beginning to ripen. It's getting really hot in here now. And around here the other two are ripening as well. Now these 3 are called black cherry, and if I go in close enough you can see why. None of these are ripe at the moment. I think the whole one will turn black when it's ripe. I picked a couple the other day thinking maybe they were ready, but they weren't. And here's my yellow delight, another yellow delight, which I showed you when we came in first. And I've got a couple more of these over the allotment, and actually I think the ones over the allotment are further ahead than these, which is a bit odd. Maybe they're better off grown outside. But again, all the tomatoes have had their tops cut off to the 4th or 5th fruit. So whenever I've seen either the 4th or 5th truss of fruit, I've I've chopped them off. I have to stand back to get the aubergine plants fully in, but these have really romped away in the last 2 weeks. I have flower, but doesn't look like any fruit is set anywhere yet. And this is the trouble I had with them last year as well. I had flowers, but not much fruit came from them. So if anybody has any ideas on how to get them to fruit, please let me know. And if I just come around here, this is my set of shelves I showed you when I first had my greenhouse.
Mum.
Oh, hello, Griff. Say hello.
Hello.
I'm just doing a tour, darling. Can I finish talking a minute?
And we got some ice cream on the blanket.
Oh, okay. I'll go and sort that out now.
The red blanket, the big red one.
Okay, I'll go and sort that out now.
And the big one for red.
As I was saying, I've got some fennel, which is growing really nicely, and that's ready to go over to the allotment, as are my lettuces. Here's some tomatoes. Those two there I picked from my my pots outside. They're the tumbling toms. More lettuce here. And then down the bottom I've got some cabbages and cauliflowers, which again are desperate to get in the ground. Just popped outside. I thought I'd show you the tumbling toms as I was just talking about them, although this is a pot of calendula. So my tumbling toms, I have got some fruit forming. There's an awful lot of foliage. I've never grown them this well, to be honest, before. And I think there's some more down there. If I grow them in these pots again, I think I'll just do 2 plants per pot, because some of the plants have got a bit overshadowed by the larger plants, and therefore the yield isn't as good on the smaller plant. I mean, the yield should be fabulous, but you always want more, don't you? And more calendula there. Oh, and this is my top tip of what to do on a really sunny day. Go and wash up all your pots, and if you've got a picket fence or anywhere you can put them to dry, that they won't get blown off in the wind, then put all your pots out to dry, and they will dry in the warmth of the day, and you won't have to do any drying up. That's what I've been doing while it's been too warm to do anything outside. I've been working my way through some cleaning of pots, but I've got an awful lot more to do, as I seem to have an awful lot of pots. I think I'm going potty, to be honest, with all this heat. So that's what's going on in my greenhouse at the moment. I've got my greenhouse around the front, which has got all my onions drying in them, and I'll show you that in my next vlog, as I'm about to do some potato harvesting. So I'll show you that next time. All I can say about the greenhouse so far is lovely job. Thank you for watching. Catch you next time, hopefully.
Bye.
Say again.
Bye.
Griff would like to say bye too.
Bye bye.
And look at the camera. Say bye bye.
Bye bye bye.